Hey guys, welcome back. Now, as your team progresses through its project, one of your responsibilities as a project manager is to maintain that progress. Ticking off tasks from a checklist sounds easy enough, but some projects can last weeks or even months, so it's not always easy to maintain the same enthusiasm or momentum that you had at the beginning. So let's talk about how you can keep your team motivated throughout the entire project. One of the keys to properly motivating your team is to maintain open communication and transparency. People need to know what's going on within their team, especially if other colleagues' work affects their own. Use regular meetings and online discussion boards to get teams talking about work, ideas, and other topics. People will feel more motivated when they believe their voices are being heard. Use your meetings and communication tools to provide clear plans and regular updates. Teams should never feel like they're out of the loop, so to speak. Make sure you provide clear explanations about recent progress, the latest plans, and any changes to the project. Do these updates daily if necessary, but at least often enough so there are no questions about the project's status. When appropriate, be sure to recognize accomplishments. When the team hits a key milestone, it's a good time to celebrate. People will be more motivated to do great work when they know it's appreciated. And when you see people working hard to benefit the group, it's worth rewarding individual performance as well. Basically, take the time to spotlight any kind of behavior that you want others to emulate. By making them a positive example, others will understand the kind of performance that's valued and appreciated. And sometimes it helps to create some competition. You might challenge your individual salespeople to hit a specific number, or reward the top salesperson with a prize. Or you might challenge the entire team to complete a certain set of tasks, and if they do, you'll buy the first round of beers Friday after work or whatever. You might also casually mention during meetings that some people are very close to finishing their work, and it could spur the others to try and catch up. But an important thing to realize is that motivation is never a one-size-fits-all tactic. Some of your team might be inspired to work harder to reach a milestone because reaching goals is a good thing. But other teammates may be driven by the chance to show off their skills or to compete with colleagues. And so it makes a lot of sense to get to know your team as much as you can. If you are able to handpick the members of your team, chances are you already know them. But if you don't know everyone, take some time to chat with them one-on-one and see if you can figure out their motivation. For example, people who set goals for themselves and welcome challenging tasks are high achievers. They'll be motivated when you give them direct feedback and can support their desires to do more. They like attention and opportunities. You might also have colleagues who are easy to get along with and enjoy being part of a team. They can usually be motivated by collaborative work tasks. Group work brings out the best in them. But then you might have team members who are enthusiastic about leading a team or making decisions. These colleagues could be future leaders, so give them opportunities to lead discussions or groups and encourage them to make intelligent decisions on their own. Now, regardless of your motivational techniques, you and your team may arrive at a point where things are just not good. Milestones have been missed, quality is low, and team morale could be lower. If you find your project is in trouble, take a step back and evaluate the situation. How did you get to this point? Was it the result of poor decisions, poor planning, poor budgeting of resources, or potentially all of the above? This is not an activity to assign blame, it's to avoid making the same mistake again. So, instead of obsessing over a failed original plan, just create a new one. For example, if your app development project has gone over budget and you've missed the launch date, well then set a new launch date and budget for the remainder of the project. With a new set of numbers to work with, it's kind of like hitting the reset button. You can get your team focused on a new plan and have a chance to finish strong. Coming up in our next few lectures, we'll talk about how to progress through and complete projects. See you then.